Hi everyone, this is going to be our literacy test today, which is writing our precursive letters. So I just thought I'd go over them with you. As you can see, my paper has got lines. Lines are the most important thing for writing because it is the only way the children are going to form their letters correctly and to understand that sizing of letters. So I will go through it alphabetically. It's just the easiest way for me to remember all of the letters. You can either do all of the letters, or you can just do the letters that your child is struggling with because you've been doing work with them over the past couple of weeks. So we'll start with our A or our A. So we always start on the line, always. Around, down, up, down, flick. Okay, that is our A. Next will be our B, and again a B is an ascender, so it is nice and tall. Again, starting on the line, up, down, around and flick. And you can use the precursive grid we gave you with the pack to start with. I have also put it on to the website for you to use. And you can use the PowerPoints and things we've already put on recently for handwriting. So next is the C. So we start on the line, around, back, round. So mine isn't perfect because obviously it is on an iPad, and it's not as neat as I would if I was writing it on paper with a normal pen. So A, B, C, and then we've got D. So start on the line, around, back, up to the top, down and flick. You can see the letters are the same size, the ascenders are nice and tall. So next we've got E on the line. E is quite exactly the same to the other letters of standard. There's our F. Now our F or off is really difficult and our children find it really hard. So we write it like this. So write on the line, it's a descender, so we will go under the line. So up, round, down and flick. And our children do find that difficult. If your child is finding that difficult, then try it this way. So down and across like that. If they are finding it really difficult. If not, then we prefer just the standard way. Okay, so A, B, C, D, E, F and then G. Again, another descender on the line, around, down, curve and across. So there is our G. And we've got H as ascender, up to the top, down, over, flick. And then we've got I, so on the line, up, down, round, and then again, really important, just a dot, not a circle. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, and then J. Again, J is quite tricky. So for J, we start on the line, up, down, around, again, just a dot. And then K, the children find K very difficult. So it's an ascender up to the top, down, around and flick. And then we've got L. So L is a ladder letter. So the ladder letters are L, T, I, U. And we expect the children to be able to write those letters, every child already. The ladder letters are the first letters that we learn. So A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. Up, ascender and down. M on the line, up, down, over, over, flick. We've got M, up, down, across, flick. And then we've got O, over, flick. And again, we don't want the children to be adding the flicks on. It should just be one standard motion starting on the line for every letter. My pen starts on the line and my pen doesn't come off unless I am crossing my T or dotting my I and my J. P, again, up, all the way down, it's ascender, around and flick. So we're making sure that that round bit, we call it a chin, is touching that line. And then Q, the children find Q quite difficult. So on the line, around, back, up, down, and up like that. It is tricky, Q is, so have a try. And then we have R, up, down, around. And then we have S. All the children should be able to write S, and it's the first sound we learn. So on the line, around, back, around, and flick. And then T and ascending, nice and tall, to the top, down, take your pen off and across. And then we've got U, so on the line, up, down, flick. And then we've got V, so on the line, up, down, and across, making sure that the lines for those V's are straight. And then we've got W, up, down, across. And then we've got X, which is really difficult. So on the line, up, down, and then obviously this one you will take your pen off and across. And we've got Y, a bit like a U, but then you carry on down and across. And then we've got Z. A Z is again a really tricky one. I find Z quite hard as well. So on the line, up, down, across, like so. So there are our precursive letters. But I wanted to there is one way you can write in alphabet order. If not, you could write them completely differently. So you might want to write the ascenders first, or the ladder letters that are sometimes called. So you might want to write your B and your D, your H, your K, your U, and your T. They are the ladder letters. So you might want to write them, or they are all ascenders, so they all touch the bottom line and touch the top line. You could then teach the children the descenders, so F and G and J and P and Q and Y. And then you could then teach the other letters, the standard letters, so A, C, E, I, M, N, O, R, S, U, V, W, X, and Z. So you can teach it that way instead, if that is easier. If you think your child can do all of this, then they can write the capitals. So let's rub this out to try and make sure. If you think that your child's writing is absolutely perfect, they can do it. We don't expect the children to be joining their writing. So we wouldn't say next you can join writing. We don't expect that in reception, so we would not ask that from you. So we would prefer, if they can do it, to then practice the capitals. So again, this is a good way of reminding the children of the letter names. So if they need to know the letter names and the letter sounds, so you could say A, and they do A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. This is not the neatest on this iPad. And O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. And it's good for the children to know that capital letters are ascenders, so they're nice and tall. and they touch the bottom line and the top line. And obviously when we use capital letters, that is just a thought. But if you need any more support on precursive handwriting or any kind of handwriting, just let us know.